as you go, just to speak up. But you could also use in the left-hand corner there's a Q&A if you want to type out your message, and then I'll just, we could stop and answer that question as we go. All right, so I'm going to get started. Today we're just wanted to call you guys and check in and also let you know what we have coming up to promote your fall services. So the first thing that we're going to do for you guys, it's a postcard mailing. So for those of you, I think everybody on the line right now is in the cool season, so we're going to be doing a power seating mailing. That will be the focus of the postcard. It is going to be a very small list for you guys because it's just going to be going to Pitch Not Sold and an existing customer base for those who haven't signed up for power seating yet. So it is a small list. We're just, we were doing a larger mailing for everybody, so we wanted to include you guys in it. Those dates right there, August 20th, the 30th, and then September 10th are the days that it's going to be going out. So please keep those dates in mind and kind of look out for some incoming traffic that you might have. Go ahead and go to the next slide. This is what it's going to look like.
When you say a small list, what kind of numbers are we talking?
So,
Jay, do you have that in front of you?
Yeah, I do. So it is. We really just wanted to capture anyone for you guys we've spoken with. So, Travis, you actually don't have any pieces going out. Carrie, for you guys, we've got 21 Pitch Not Sold and 1 in your customer base. Kathy, we've got 1 Pitch Not Sold and nothing in the database. So this is just really sort of an add-in or an add-on to what we, what the rest of the plans are that we're doing, and that, riding alongside that you can be doing. So we just, while we were doing this mailing, we thought we may as well capture anything that you guys have, even if it is the smallest of lists. No harm about that.
I guess so. This would be a good time to present. I've got access, a one-time access to a 7,500 mailing list from the Billings Chamber of Commerce. Would this be a good time to use that, or I was actually thinking of using it for the spring kickoff?
The spring, your thinking is spot on. We would want to use, because that's going to be a decent chunk of budget, so we would definitely want to utilize that for your spring kickoff.
And is that something that Lawn Doctor will help me with as far as I present the list? Because I was just thinking of sitting down and addressing 7,500 postcards. That's a pretty daunting task.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We do work with a company, Taradell, and if they, you're saying the Billings Chamber can provide a list, then we kind of just hand it off to them, and they will do the printing of the postcards. They'll also do the postage stamp and the mailing as well.
The question that I have
do we have a price chart for them?
Yeah, we do have a price chart. I can email that to you after.
Okay,
so
thank you.
Let me just jump in for a minute. So, Travis, does that list include demographic information?
I haven't actually seen it, so I can't tell you exactly what all it includes.
So, yeah, when you do get that list, we can certainly look at it together, scrub it. We would want to make sure we're mailing, or to the best of our ability, mailing to only lawn care customer targets. And then, as Gabriella mentioned, we can certainly work with Taradell, the folks that are doing these mailings for us, to do all of the, all the legwork from that point forward. And we can, at that point also take a look at your individual budget and see what we want to, what we want to take from the budget to apply to this versus, saving or using for other tactics. But, yeah, I don't see you needing to sit down and fill out 7,500 postcards. The other thing is that when we do the mailings, we prefer to go with a smaller list and hit them 3 times. Research has shown that you really need to get 3 postcards out to really make an effect. So, but we'll go.
I'm new at this. So, what would you consider a small list in terms of numbers?
Potentially, depending on the demographics, we might mail to 2,500 of those people, or 2,000 of them. relative to, again, we'll have to see if they have demographics. If not, we can probably utilize some zip codes and start looking in the maps that we use through Teradel to identify demographic information. And, okay, these zip codes, seem to be lawn care customer demographics. These ones don't. That'll help us narrow down the list. But one mailing to, say 7,500 people versus 3 mailings to 2,500 people, hitting the same people 3 times, actually will drive better results.
Yeah, so I'm thinking get that chamber list and just scrub it down, because I'm sure
Yep.
there's a lot of companies that really don't care about lawn care.
Definitely, yeah, and we'll help you walk through that. We'll do it, together with you. You're definitely not out there on your own.
All good? Okay. So Ken and Carrie, I see your question here. When are you guys supposed to get the power seeders? I do know that manufacturing is working on them, and they're going to have them. I'm not 100% sure of the date. Jay, have you checked in with John regarding when they'll be shipping out the power seeders?
Yeah, they're in production currently. Everyone will have their seeder by September 1st, if not before. And then currently I'm working with Dave Newman to arrange for either a visit from your regional business consultant or from myself to come out, calibrate the equipment with you, go through it with you so you're comfortable operating it. Probably I'm trying to think, the visits will either take place the week of August 26th or September 1st. And I'll finalize that with each of you individually, or your RBC will, once we determine who's going to make the visit.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
And this right here on the screen, this is just the graphic of what we'll be using. It's actually a temporary picture, but for soil enrichment. But for those on the line right now, you will be getting the power seeding postcard. We also have scheduled some email campaigns going out for you. The focus of these will be power seeding and aeration. I just want to point out those dates there, the August 29th and 9/10. Those are the dates that the emails will be going out, but the list won't be pulled until August 23rd. So, Jay just gave those numbers out, but of what your pitch not sold and your customer base is, but that might increase by the time we pull the list on August 23rd. So there's 2 emails, 2 different types of lists, one going to the pitch not sold and then one going to your customer base if they don't or haven't already signed up for power seeding or aeration. If they have by 8/23, we're going to remove them from the list. They won't be receiving an additional email on something they've already purchased. We will be sending the contact list to the call center for them to follow up with either one call or a voicemail. You guys do have the option to receive that list as well, and instead of them make the calls, you guys would make the calls yourselves. If that is something that you want to do, if you believe you have the capacity and have a plan in place to take on those calls, just let us know. You can either just email me after this if you want to receive them instead of the call center. We just wanted to include this just so you guys can see what will be included on the emails. We're going to be linking to videos just so your customers or your potential customers can kind of watch more so than just read about the power seeding service or the aeration. So we just thought we would add this in here to the webinar.
Yeah, the only thing I'd ask on those videos, and we can circle back to it at the end, if you guys want, we have a small group here, we can actually fire those up and play them for you if you're not familiar with, from the clip that you saw, what those videos are going to be. But, we can, at the end, we can just make that decision.
Okay. You'll also be receiving 100 of these power seeding signs. I'm not sure, we haven't had a webinar yet to talk about signs, but please try your best to put out all 100. They are very simple to put out. They're very cost effective. They really generate a good cost per lead. So try and put these out in high traffic areas. I would recommend, these like high traffic intersections or where like let's say coming out of like the karate studio or something where all the moms line up and, to get out on the highway or something like that. Keep a couple in your vehicle already, so if you're driving and you see a good spot, you can just jump out and put one out. Don't be worried that they're going to get taken down. They might get taken down. If they do and it was a good spot, replace them again. So yeah, we'll be receiving those shortly, maybe in within the next 2 weeks. I think you guys should all have them. But please try your hardest to put them out. You can get a team together and just kind of make it a fun activity. It is, you're going to have to spend some time doing it, but it's very simple, very quick. Just have a plan in place. Maybe get a friend or two to help you. Does anyone have questions on the sign?
Let me just add to that a moment on the signage. So those are really intended to be, for lack of a better term, those are disposable. We know they're going to get mowed over, picked up, pulled out. That's okay. If the sign was out there, each sign is somewhere between $3 and $4. So if the sign was out there for one day and 10 people saw it and one of them take action, it is more than paid for itself. Obviously we'd like it to be out longer, but we approach it as the disposable at the end, at the end of the campaign. If there are any still standing and you can go get them, great, and we use them, but do not worry about that. That's not really sort of the end game. We always say that's a bonus if you have any at the end, but typically you won't.
So Jay, it's Kathy.
Go ahead, Kathy.
Is there any concern as far as like optics? If we put that sign in a place where there are lots of weeds and it looks like we're advertising that, hey, we've done this area and look, there's lots of weeds, we really didn't do much. Do you know what I mean?
No. Yeah, I do hear you on that. Typically, though, no. I mean, with signs, people get that you put signs where there's, high traffic. We're not by any stretch advertising that we treated that area. We have not seen any. It's a good point. It's a good thought, but we have not seen any pushback or any negative feedback. That said, if you just happen to see a spot that's 3 feet of weeds, let's bypass that one. Let's not worry about putting a sign in there.
Okay.
That's
all right.
Good point.
Thanks.
So is it acceptable to put in front of the competitor sign?
I got no problem with it. From my perspective, go for it.
Maybe just don't put it right in front of it and block it.
What if I just take the competitor sign?
Yeah.
Bonfire material.
And this is kind of skipping ahead, but I do want to mention in regards to signs, we will be, your PPC that's going out, your pay-per-click, your Facebook ads, it's going to be geared towards these fall services like power seating. And with these signs, it's just another impression, They see your sign, the power seating sign, out driving. Maybe they see your van. Now they go on Facebook and they see a Facebook ad for power seating. They're more likely to click the ad because you've already, made an impression a couple other times. They may not remember, that they saw that sign or they saw their truck, but in their minds, they're thinking about you and they're more likely to click on, and now they're interested, and, it'll lead to the website and possibly a sale. So all the things that we're going to tell you to do, you may think that like pay-per-click's the most important, but keep in mind that everything really works together. All your ground game marketing really helps to boost your PPC performance. So that's why these signs are so important.
I would take that to the next level. That's an excellent point. We can do all of the media we want from pay-per-click and Facebook and everything else. And if you're not doing your feet on the street ground game stuff, it is going to diminish everything else we're doing substantially. We've been doing this a couple of years now, and we've seen how it works. And whether it's door hanging or putting out signs or whatever, it may not be the most fun, but it is unbelievably critical. So I will echo that comment, and I will second everything that she said. So.
So these soil sample bags, we're actually sending them out to the rest of the Ramp franchisees, so we wanted to send them to you as well. They're super cool, something new that we're doing. The concept is that when you're out servicing or maybe even just doing a lawn evaluation, you're going to take a sample of their soil. Definitely try to do this in person. You know, a face-to-face is so much easier to close a sale than if you just leave a bag of soil on their doorstep. But take a sample of their soil. Maybe don't do that. And then kind of talk about the condition of their soil and explain the benefits of aeration and why you think they need it. You guys should have all received in the Real Green marketing materials, those power seeding brochures. Those, if you guys haven't taken them out yet, those are super informative. You should definitely be handing those out to potential power seeding customers, as well as maybe a sample of their soil. And then also don't forget to use those upsell condition codes. Those are super important as well.
Okay.
Some other marketing tactics that we're going to do on our end. Deanna is actually, she's taking over Facebook from Maria, so she's going to start pulling blog content, you know, some really informative stuff on soil enrichment and HydroGuard and power seeding and aeration, and kind of just get that content posted on your website, your Facebook for you. We also can add it to your website as part of your blog section as well. I'll work with her to do that. And then PPC, like I said before, we're going to be increasing and kind of changing the topic of your PPC to focus more on these fall services. But I do want to also hear, I mean, I talked about the signs, but also another thing that's super important to your PPC is getting those Google reviews. I hate to bring up the oath here, but you guys all signed the oath that you would get, you know, at least 20 of those Google reviews once your Google listing has gone live. So please, please try. I know it's, you know, a little, you know, have to ask for reviews. Don't feel like you're annoying or something. Ask your friends, your family members. You know, if you just joined a local chamber of commerce, those guys know more than anybody how important Google reviews are for your business. So I'm sure if you just ask them, explain that you're new, you know, this could really help boost your website click-through rate and whatnot. So just don't be afraid to ask. If you have any questions regarding how to use Reputation.com, please let me know. But I do think the best thing you guys can be doing now is, you know, if you all have LinkedIn, go through your LinkedIn contacts and kind of just message them, send them your Google review link and ask them for a review. You can also, you know, post your Google link on your own personal Facebook page. Friends, family members, fellow coworkers and stuff are all great for character reviews. So try and ask for those, please. They're super important. And then events, you guys, I know a couple of you already have some events coming up, so that'll be great as well to help with your PPC. Does anybody have any questions?
Not yet.
Talking about the events,
Uh-huh.
am I going to get anything more for this trade show, or do I have everything that's coming?
I actually just received an email, Travis, from the event contact, so I'll forward it to you, and then we can set up a pre-event phone call.
Okay. Do
And
I need to buy more of the giveaway stuff? I have
No, you will be good. Don't worry about that. You should be good with your startup kit. And then a week prior to the event, we'll have a phone call, and we'll kind of just go over event best practices, what to do before, what to do after, any questions that you have. Don't worry, we'll go through all that.
Okay.
Okay? Does anybody have any questions
Thank you.
as far as... You're welcome. Does anyone have any questions as far as Google reviews? Everyone's good? Everyone's going to get their 20 reviews?
Can you please write me a review?
Yeah. I can write everyone a review.
There you go. Let LinkedIn a personal review.
That would be great.
Please, and you'll find...
Write me one.
There you go.
I'm 18.
Trust me, at the beginning, it is, you know, reviews are kind of like the thing that everyone dreads the most. But once you get, you know, once you're servicing, those reviews are just going to come flooding in because, you know, if you're speaking on the phone with a happy customer, you just have to ask, hey, like, that would mean so much to me if you put it on Google, explain why Google reviews are so beneficial to your business, and people, happy people will write nice reviews for you. But right now, just character reviews from fellow coworkers, friends, family, anything like that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
How is everybody doing? Everyone's good?
So far, so good.
Okay, good. Is everyone excited for fall services?
Sure.
That was, you guys could do better than that.
I will be when I get my cedar.
Yeah.
Understand. Yeah, that one's the license to print money because we have no competition. There is no one else out there that is burying seed. There's split seeding and overseeding and got spraying the god awful hydra seed, but man, there's nothing like when you guys get it and see the results of the work that you do, you're going to be blown away.
While we're on equipment, what is the brand of that stand-on aerator we talked about at our training?
There's a couple of different ways to go with an aerator. There's Billy Goat. Wow, can't talk today. Billy Goat, Turf Go, and Exmark. From what I was actually, I was speaking to Frank Hutto, and Frank, if you're listening to this recording later, where were you? No, but Frank ended up going with the Turf Go unit because they were doing. I want to say it was 4 years, no interest. So that's a pretty sweet deal. But
yeah,
Billy Goat or Turf Go, you can't go wrong with any of those brands.
If memory serves me, you quoted like $9,000 for it or something.
Well, it depends on what you want to get. Yeah, there can be anything from roughly $3,000 to $5,000 that is a walk behind that you can typically attach a chariot to. So basically, if it comes a ride-on, or up to an actual stand-on ride-on, which is going to be approaching that $8,000 to $10,000 range. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Sure. We did anybody? I think unless someone feels differently, we probably can skip watching those spots. But if someone wants to, we could circle back to them, or just provide the URLs if you want to go. And they're both off of YouTube. If you want to go and watch them, at your own convenience.
Can you send a URL since I'm riding in a van and I can't watch them?
Yep, just so everyone knows as far as webinars goes, after the webinar, I will send out these slides to everybody, and then we also record each webinar. We put those on YouTube as well. So after this, I will email these slides, and I will also send you the link to the YouTube recording. And then I'll include these 2 links to these videos here. They also, maybe put them on your Facebook page. They would be good to post on your Facebook. Okay?
Yep.
Anyone have any questions?
Sure. Can Deanna help me with posting videos on Facebook? I'm not exactly astute at this stuff.
Yeah, I can help you. I guess, do you want me to post these videos or at least one of them?
Yeah. You can help me bring my Facebook page alive. I have no idea what to do with it.
Okay, sounds good. I'll help you out.
Okay, so if nobody has anything else, we will let you guys go. Thank you so much for taking the time and joining us here on this webinar. As always, please feel free to call, email, text if you need anything.
I do have a couple questions kind of off topic, if you will.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Hey, let me see. First one, Jay, we talked about a hitch on the van. Is that on my dime or on Lawn Doctor?
That would be on your dime.
Okay. And then the next one, and I hate to do this to you with my classmates online, but I never received confirmation back that room charge was accurate. I know Jay and I, we talked about it, and you said that's what you got charged, but I'm still holding out that there's a better deal out there.
Yeah, I spoke to Maria about it. She was going to look into it, but yeah, when we hang up here, I'll give her a quick buzz and find out what the story is. Because yeah, it did seem a little high, but I'll let you know as soon as I talk to her.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Gabriella,
Yeah.
I am needing the information on the Lawn Doctor embroidery and logo to put on a thumb drive. I have a local company that would be more than willing to help me out with this stuff, but I don't have it to put on a thumb drive to give them.
Oh, so in the files that I sent over, remember the ones like with the flyers and stuff, there was also a folder for logos. There should be a folder inside that for the embroidery files. If not, I mean, I'll send it to you anyway, but just so you know, and for anyone else on this call, if they're looking for the embroidery files, it should have been sent with that, but I will send them to you, and you can download them or whatnot. There'll probably be a couple versions. You'll see one with like a white border. That's what you use on like a dark T-shirt or something. So I'll send you a couple variations.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And Ken
Anybody
has a
else
question. Ken has a question about QuickBooks and Real Green, how they work together.
Tell you what, and Gabriella, Deanna, if you feel differently, chime in. I would say we are not the experts in that space. I do know that if you have QuickBooks set up with your chart of accounts, then you would be able to export data out of the Real Green database and load it into QuickBooks. What I will recommend is if you go to the LMS, the Learning Management System, or what we refer to as Lawn Doctor University, there are a couple of instructional pieces, including, I believe, a couple of videos that will better explain how QuickBooks integrates with everything we're doing. And if that doesn't answer your question, certainly circle back. We don't want you to feel like, well, I watched the videos and I still don't understand. Let us know after that if there's still any questions.
Okay.
We all good?
Yep.
Good deal. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.